Nobody going to tell you about this truth, which I'm going to help you people to understand if you are trying to join project planning control job career. Because this is highly paying job career. I know there are many civil engineers, electrical, mechanical, industrial, chemical, and many project management professionals are stuck there with low salaries, no growth, and they want to transform their career from low salary to high salary. And they always ask, inbox me what to do to become a planning engineer, and they are struggling with their job career. They have already wasted 4 years, 5 years, 3 years, and many of them have wasted maybe 10 years. And at the same time, there are many success stories I can show you on this screenshot. These all people you are watching right now on the screen, they have transformed their career from side, from low salary to high salary to the planning engineering. They moved to head office. So before starting this video, let me tell you about myself. My name is Engineer Waqas Ahmed. I have served in oil and gas industry, and I'm the trainer for project planning control. I guide people about their career transformations. I guide people about tips and tricks, how they need to transform their career. Because you are struggling there, it is my responsibility to pay back to the society, to my community, the people who are following me, to help them how they can easily add few certain skills and they can transform their career. So before getting into the detail of today's video, let's make a community on YouTube, and I want you people to subscribe this channel, and don't forget to write in the comment section area, because if you are going to write in the comment section area planning engineer, I will give randomly 3 people my self-paced planning engineer full course. Okay, so don't forget to write in the comment section area planning engineer. So now I will talk about the complete planning engineer toolkit. Yes, if you are a civil engineer, electrical, mechanical, step by step, I'm going to dissect the complete roadmap, and I'm going to guide you comprehensively how you can become a planning engineer. Let's talk about this one. Right now, I believe a lot of people which are watching right now in this video, they might be freshers, mid-career engineers with 3 years of experience. Some of you people might be designing, quality assurance, quality control. So also write in the comment section area. I will also prefer to pick those people to give access to my premium project planning control course. So write your existing job role as well. Okay. So some of you people might be having 10 years of experience. So everybody is going to get benefits out of this complete dissection of roadmap, which I'm going to present you people. First of all, you want to become a planning engineer with professional skills. You want to, after that, planning engineer job skill set, you want that some other company, big company, multinational company, oil and gas company is going to hire you. So let's start thinking from the perspective of a recruiter, which is already there in the multinational company. So recruiter, being a recruiter, every time recruiter wants a planning engineer in multinational company, either they are managing building construction projects, road construction projects, oil and gas projects, they want a complete package, not only a data entry operator who is only familiar with Primavera P6. So just think about this fact. All those people who are just thinking, if we are going to learn Primavera P6, we will become planning engineer. It is not like that. You have to learn all these toolkit based things, which I'm going to share with you people. For example, number 1, you have to understand the construction process. For example, if you are going to work on a building construction project, road construction project, you are working on a data center project, substation project. So how these projects are going to be constructed step by step, that would explain by construction methodologies. Are their site experience or execution experience is going to explain like how these things will be constructed or developed. For example, in case of building, how that building will be constructed. First, they are going to make a design, then they are going to make estimation, then they are going to make site preparation, foundations, okay, substructure, superstructure, MEP work, and all that, right? If you're working on a pipe construction project, so ROW, right of way, right after design, estimation, you are going to make right of way identification, then you are going to make clearing and grubbing of that route, then you are going to make, pipe fabrication, trenching, like this is civil work, trenching, you are going to excavate that certain area in that width, and then you are going to lower down that piping and finally going to weld them together, and then backfill and all that, right? So this is something like a construction process to build that certain product. So all those fresh engineers who are watching right now this video, they are exempted from this kind of thing because they have no experience. So they can start from the second point. Like if you are a site engineer, mid-career level engineer, you must know about this, and not must know, you have already that idea how site work will be done, right? So the second thing which you need to add to become a planning engineer is project management steps. Like project management means like I have building construction project, road construction project, pipeline construction projects. Project management means work management, how to manage all that building work, how to manage all that pipeline construction work, substation work, how to manage, you have to just talk about those things in scope management or work management. That comes under project management. That is the first thing under project management. The second thing is time management. Now you know that every project comes along with a certain estimated timeline, 1 year, 2 years. So now you have to manage, like, that complete project will be delivered in 1 year. So how to manage that 1 year? Design will be prepared in like maybe first 2 months, then procurement, then estimation, then construction. Within construction, there are multiple disciplines: civil, electrical, mechanical, how to manage their sub parts and all that. So that is called time management. Third most important thing is resource management. You know it very well. You are there to convert that design into real product, right? Now you need manpower. In manpower, you will talk about helpers, masons, electricians, pipe fitters, site engineers, HSE people, project managers. All human beings will come under manpower. Then the second M under 3M resources: machinery. Your cranes, dumper, loader, batching plant, welding plant, and so on. Then third M stands for material, like your consumables: welding rods, concrete, soil, sand, electric cable, distribution boards, pumps, turbines, everything. So resource management is going to deal under project management to manage all these kind of things, which are actually going to work on the site area. Either there are manpower, material, or machinery, and they are going to convert your idea or design into real product, right? And the fourth most important thing under project management is cost management. How much money we are going to consume on manpower, material, machinery for overall work, right? So that is cost management. So that is the second thing. As a planning engineer, you need to understand about every single phase of that project, like building, road, pipeline, about their foundations and all that. And the third most important thing is contract compliance. Let me share with you on the screen how it looks like when I talk about contract and all that. See, contract is going to give you the information when your project is going to start, when your project is going to finish, your quality, your standards, the involved organizations which are going to take part in that project, right? So your different kind of phases. So all the guidelines you are going to take out of this document, to which we call project contract particulars or project contract compliances. All that information, guidelines, milestones given by, instructed by client, are given in this one document. That is the third most important thing. The fourth most important thing is now Primavera P6. Now Primavera P6 is a software, PMIS, Project Management Information System. First, you understood how that building, road, pipeline will be constructed or developed. You understood those phases, easy to go. The second most important thing, project management, is all clear: time management, cost management, work management, resource management. Now you are going to combine all these two things and data is ready. Now you have to load that data into P6, like in format of your WBS. First, you are going to divide that BOQ, your work, into different kind of deliverables. Right now, this is MEP project. In this example, one certain building MEP project, we have subdivided that MEP into three phases: mechanical work, electrical work, and plumbing works, right? Further, we are going to divide that mechanical work into HVAC, insulation works. So this is just an example. In case you need to learn all of these things, like you want to learn as a professional planning engineer, Primavera P6, complete process industry based case studies, you can write in the comment section area. I have already mentioned, if you are going to write in the comment section area planning engineer, I can randomly pick up 3 people and I will give them an opportunity to be part of my premium self-paced training program, right? So even you are going to write there, I'm also going to invite you people in my upcoming live free masterclass, which is open for everybody. So don't forget to write in the comment section area. Maybe you are going to be the lucky one to whom I'm going to pick up for the complete premium course, right? So, all these things are there. WBS, as a planning engineer, you are going to convert your raw data into planning data and load in P6. So P6 workflows are very simple. Let me explain step by step. First, you are going to deal with contract data. Get ready your simple instructions done by client. and be alert like on what basis you need to produce that project schedule. Then you are going to deal with different kind of documents, like you are going to deal with BOQ, bill of quantity, which is going to be derived by design documents, and estimators and quantity surveyors are going to take off quantities out of that design. This specification will be mentioned here, how that certain work will be done. For example, here I'm just explaining right now storage tank foundation fabrication. So all this text is actually explaining about how that fabrication will be conducted, their respective units, their 1 unit rate, their total quantity which is taken from the design, and both are going to multiply with each other, and total estimated cost is there. All that estimated cost will be given like this way, and the total project quantum of work and estimation of cost will be calculated. Now how much work is there is going to give you how many people you require to hire for that work, right? Make a sense, right? So that is the document you are going to deal with and convert into different kind of deliverables and task list. And that is how you are going to identify your scope baseline or scope management. The data you are watching right now on your screen, like duct installation, heating, ventilation, piping, installation, cable routing, every single thing belongs to your work management. And scope management is the first knowledge area which is going to explain how you have to load that data, in what kind of pattern you are going to load that certain data into P6, right? So that is scope management. In next thing, you are going to define their dependency network diagram. Which task I'm going to do on the first priority, then what is the next task, and so on. So that is how we have identified here their respective, dependency and sequence. That is activity network diagram. And then in the next step, you are going to identify your resources, how many labor, mason, machinery, all these resources you are going to require. And at the same time, you are going to identify their respective duration required to complete that certain activity. Both things are going to be done at the same time, resource identification and days identification. And once you are done with this task, you are going to develop critical path method. So this is critical path method, right? So critical path method is your scheduling model. Like every construction project or oil and gas project is going to follow a certain scheduling model, which is critical path method. And to develop that critical path method, you have to do some certain things. You have to assign duration. You have to assign their respective dependency, construction dependencies with each other. Okay, what is predecessor, what is successor, what is dependent activity, and which one is independent activity. And that is going to develop critical path method. So here, let me summarize it. Now, as a planning engineer, project management step by step is going to give you different kind of methodologies. Itself construction process is going to give you different kind of milestones you need to build for that building. For example, foundation, for example, that beams, columns, step by step, right? For every single milestone in construction phase, you have to implement time management, cost management, work management, resource management, through which you are going to identify. So these two things are going to give you data. That data will be loaded in P6 right now. You can see step by step. Okay. And that data is going to give you project schedule. There are many other steps. Like first you are going to make, you are going to load WBS. Then you are going to load activities over here. Okay. These are the activities. This is the WBS. Let me get back here. WBS, then activities. Then you are going to make those activities link up with each other. If I get into the activity details from here, you get into the relationships. Here you can see this predecessor and successor are how they are interlinked with each other. This, concept will come through proper construction methodology. Okay. If pipe and duct installation will be done, then we are going to start installation of control. So that is why you can see this is pipe and duct installation. In successor side, which is dependent side, because all these activities are depending on this single activity. Once we are going to complete this work, then we can start this work. That is whole the concept, right? So this is done. Then the next step, you are going to identify your duration and resources. And finally, you will be in the situation to create your S curves. See, this is something automatically. Once you are going to allocate your resources, their respective labor units, non-labor units, and cost. So such kind of reporting visuals you can create, and you can create also at the same time such kind of spreadsheets. So right now I have minimized all my downside spreadsheet area, and now I'm going to make Control C. I have copied this one. Now let me tell you one thing. Once you all there understanding construction methodology, project management, Primavera P6, now your client is going to mention all their requirements in the contract document, like they need S curves or cash flows or progress curves on the basis of labor units, non-labor units, total cost. So you are going to decode their instructions, add that certain feature in Primavera P6 in spreadsheet area. For example, I'm assuming right now client has instructed me to collect or submit S curves on the basis of machinery man hour. So I have added here non-labor units because machinery is being represented by non-labor units. So I have done as per their requirement. So this is being copied and I will transport this data into one Excel sheet over here. So I have copy pasted in Excel report. Okay. So like if it is done there, so I'm going to identify from where this timeline is being started. This is starting from here and where it is ended at W, because this is mini project, but it is, at the same time, it's very understandable, right? I can delete all of these previous ones. Okay. You can just make it like this one, format this one. Okay. And you can just add few columns like this one. And moreover, many people are complaining like we need some dates. So, okay, no problem. For example, your project is starting from 1st of April, 2026. Okay. So you are going to add this week number 31 is actually representing July. For example, here, August. Okay. This is last of, okay. So I can just write here 7th month and this is your 25th. For example, be realistic as of this one. Now this is going to be added here plus 7 and you are going to make it like this one. See? No, okay. And add here 7 days just to have those like this one. See? And then you are going to add 7 days. Okay. So what exactly I'm going to do here? I'm going to even you can select this one once you are done with all this row. Otherwise, I'm going to select as of now just to make it quick for you people and click on this control button. And I'm going to select this cumulative values. Okay. And right after that one, I will get into insert, click on this. Okay. Over here and here we are. So that is how you can create easily S curves. You can, justify, see, for example, over here, data labels, these are the man hours. And even if you can just make sure there is another way to create S curve, something like that, like this one. Okay. So this is gonna be the total. Okay. This is actually the total one, right? So what exactly I'm going to do, I'm going to make their weightages. Okay. If you want to make percentage based. So I have just created this one. So what exactly I need to do here, this one divided by, this is actually the total. So I'm going to make it $sign here. I will convert this into percentage and here we are. Okay, it has been converted and now you are going to control this one and like this one and into home and you are going to insert like this one. See, the same thing, but now you will get it into the percentages. See, same thing has been created. And likewise, under these, you can, make a tracking sheet, actual basis. You can add, like, for example, actual man hours. For example, over here, actual man hours. Now, I started this video from that scratch level. Now you can feel what kind of advanced things I'm telling you people. So if you are going to write in the comment section area in my live free masterclass, you are going to get many valuable things. So if you are going to add actual man hours in week number July, for example, there was 400 man hours. In week 32, there was 1200 man hours. In week number 33, there was 2100 man hours. This is actual. So if you are going to just add here, okay, just something like that, something this side, select data, and you are going to add something like actual man hours, and here you are going to backspace and add this one. Okay, this is done, and see, you are going to have actual man hours as well. For example, if I'm going to put here 1700, See now, and if you are going to make here 700, likewise, and if you are going to make here 200, see, this is your planned and actual man hour tracking. So that is how, as a planning engineer, you can use different kind of tools. Excel is gonna play a very important role. At the same time, Primavera P6. So all these things you require. But nowadays, you can't ignore Claude AI as well. Claude AI has amazingly changed everything. Now, using this Excel-based data sheets or Primavera P6 XZR files, you want create different kind of colorful dashboards. Yes, client always want to see those, or they are attracted towards those Power BI based dashboards. If I show you, you can create. There are many tasks you can easily do in nowadays, in today's date, with the help of Claude AI, which was taking a lot of time. If you are missing Claude AI in this date, you are not doing your project planning job. You will be suffering and struggling through your planning and scheduling career, because AI has changed every single career. You understand what I mean? So there are many things. I can give you the list of those tasks. Like, you need to convert that BOQ into planning data. You need to filter out that contract comprehensive book, and you have to extract all those requirements which are only relevant to you. Okay, so there are many other things. You have to convert those WBS into different kind of WBS. Those WBS must be filled down with the activity list, their in relationships, their productivity list, resource deployment. There are many things. Claude AI has sorted it out in many, and Claude AI has sorted it out in amazing way. Let me show you one of the example over here. This is something you can create. If you are going to make your project control in Excel sheets, with the help of Claude AI, you can create such kind of dashboard. There are many amazing things I'm going to tell you people in my upcoming live free masterclass. There are many features you can utilize in your career, in your job hunting, but I'm going to get you people on those points in my live free masterclass. Don't forget to write in the comment section area, because my upcoming live free masterclass is not only about project planning control. This is all about job placement, comprehensive technique, and you can watch out their success stories. People have transformed their career from low salary, from site engineer, from mid career struggling phase to the project planning successful career. They were successful to get 2 times more salary what they were getting like 6 months ago. So you can see all these screenshots. So if you are ready to transform your career, attend my upcoming live free masterclass, but don't forget to write in the comment section area.